Getting a price offer for your new prefabricated wooden home might take a lot of time, while manufacturers are busy. The good news is that I have 5 tips for you to make this process faster. You want to watch this video. Hi, Andrea here for katus.eu. Good that you are still with me after the intro. So in this video I'm gonna give you 5 tips to make your offer request stand out in front of manufacturers so that they actually want to make a price for you instead of, ignoring your email. Before we begin, please click on the subscribe button for me and make sure you click on the little bell so that you receive notification when we upload new videos and you don't miss none of the good stuff we are posting. You can also find good articles on our website at katus.eu/must-know. It's like one word, must know, or one word. Okay, let's begin. There are 2 things you have to keep in mind. Number 1, manufacturers are busy. Like very busy. They receive like tens of requests per week, and it's very hard to process all these emails and to give the same amount of attention to everyone. So what they do, they prioritize the emails based on what is written, right? So if you are asking dumb questions, your request is gonna go down in the bottom of the queue. Number 2, making a price offer takes a lot of time. It might take up a full day of one person to price your project, and often this person has to deal with questions, so he or she has to interact with other members of the team, like engineers, project managers, and this means that even more time is used to make your price offer. So when the manufacturer has to invest so much time for free to make one offer, you understand that they choose really carefully who they should give their attention to. So now that you know why it's difficult to get the attention of a manufacturer, I'm gonna give you 5 tips to tilt the scale in your favor. But before we go into that, let me give you a quick message. This video will not be possible without the support of La Foca Houses.
La Foca is a producer of custom-made prefabricated wooden houses. La Foca brand was established in 1960 in Italy, and since then La Foca has been building quality wooden houses for both private and business customers. Today La Foca is based in Latvia and it builds all over Europe. The main office and factory are about 1 hour drive from Riga. If you want to build a high-quality prefabricated wooden home, you can have a look at La Foca's website at www.lafocahouse.com.
Alright, let's dive in. Tip number 1. Never say, I'm trying to buy a land. The reason is that if you're trying to buy a land, if you say to the manufacturer that you're trying to buy a land, it means that you are so far in the construction process that they actually cannot help you. They don't have time to waste helping you to figure out what might be the cost of a house that you are not even going to build in the next maybe couple of years. So what you can do instead, you have to prepare your project so that it looks like it's going to construction soon. And if you don't have a land, probably it is because you haven't bought it, you haven't searched for it, because you don't know how much the entire house is going to cost. And this is why you are contacting the manufacturer in the first place, right? So don't just ask them a price, because they cannot make you a price if you don't have a project. So just figure out more or less what is the size of the house you need in square meters, and then you multiply this by a number of euros. So like let's say that the average price of a house cannot be really under 1,000 square meters, 1,000 euro per square meters. So that's kind of starting base to see if you have enough money to begin the process of searching the land. I mean, can you even dream of building a house? So take 1,000 euro as the lowest level, and as a highest price point, I would say 1,500 euro. So if you have a house, if you want to build a house which is 200 square meters, you might end up spending between 200,000 euro and 300,000 euros, depending on the complexity of the architecture and the kind of finish of the house you want to have. Oh, don't ever think you can build a house with like 500 euro per square meter. That's not gonna happen. It's not possible. Despite what you hear on the internet, forums, and your friends might tell you that, oh, go buy a house there, it's cheap. Well, it's not that cheap. You cannot build with this money, okay? So take 1,000 euro per square meter is the minimum, really, that you can build with. Tip number 2, never ask, do you have a catalog? No, this question, it doesn't work. If you're looking for a catalog house, you should find a producer that has a catalog. If they don't have a catalog on the website, it means they are building custom-made houses. And if they're building custom-made houses, it means that they are set up to build any kind of project they get. And so this setup is very expensive. So if you want a catalog house, a person that wants a catalog house is looking for something which is done on a mass scale. So it means that it's not personalized and generally it's cheaper. So you are addressing the manufacturer and you present yourself as a type of client that they don't want to have. So if you ask, do you have a catalog, they will say, just go with someone that has a catalog. We don't have a catalog. So you have to do a little bit of homework before you ask. Search on their website and check if they have a catalog or not. And if they don't have a catalog, what you can do, you can just find some drawings of a house, floor plans on the internet and bring these to them. Okay, so you show that you have done your homework, that you have an idea what you want to build. And of course, if you have a project, a real project done by an architect, this gives you a lot more points. So if you have that, or if you are planning to do that, wait until the project is finished, wait until the draft is finished, and then present it to the manufacturer. This will put you really on another level. And again, never ever ever ask, do you have a catalog? Tip number 3. Never ask, I want a house with 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, 1 living. No, that's a description that is good for an architect, not for a manufacturer. Again, the manufacturer wants to see that you are going to build soon, not in 2 years. So if you are going to build soon, it means you have a project. And if you don't have that, well, sorry, they are not going to process your request. They're going to tell you, go to find an architect and put your project together before you come to us. Or they might gonna give you a price per square meter, but again, this you can do yourself without going to bother the manufacturer. So my suggestion here is again that you put together the concept of the house. This description you have, just bring it to an architect and ask him to make a sketch of the house. Then with this, you can go to the manufacturer. Tip number 4, never say, I asked offers to other manufacturers, so you have to give me a very good price. Well, it sounds rude, really. It's like saying to a lady, oh, I'm dating you, but I'm dating also other 4 women, so I want to pick the best one. Well, it doesn't work. If you are telling them to have asked offer to other manufacturers, they will think that somebody else will do the offer. We don't need to hurry with this. They will also think that you care a lot more about the money than about the quality of the house. So they don't want to work to get a project with very low margin. They don't want to make a cheap price, you understand? They want to give you a good quality for an honest price. So don't make this kind of statement in your email. Don't use this in your request. What you can do instead is to ask them, without saying that you want a house on a budget, ask them to price the house with their standard solution. When they use their standard solution, they're using materials and components that they know really well. It's easy for them to make a price offer and they don't have to reinvent the wheel. So you will get the best price they can possibly make. And then from there you decide whether you want to stick with this manufacturer or not. If you have many other price offers, then you can start negotiating with them. There is no need for you to tell this beforehand. There is no point. Tip number 5. Never say, I want you to make foundation works. Unless the manufacturer specifies on his website that they do this kind of work. So there are some of them, they're making like turnkey houses. If you want a house like that you don't have to do anything, just look for a manufacturer that states on his website, we do turnkey houses. If they do that, it is sure 100% that it is on their website, because it's a strong selling point. If they do not write it on the website, it means that they cannot do it. So you can ask nicely, but don't force them, because if you start to push that you want them to do this, you want them to do that, interior finish, all kind of works, they will just say, you know what, we don't deal with your project anymore. So these were the 5 tips to tilt the scale in your favor, and if you follow them all, I assure you that your request will be noticed, and maybe in 1 week or 10 days you get your price offer. Well, that's all for this video, and since you are still watching, it means you liked it. So please click the like button for me and consider sharing this with your friends. Well, I guess that's all. I'll see you at the next. Ciao!